What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the GCC, here with some more Clone Wars sets that LEGO needs to make. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the Republic Y-Wing Bomber. Obviously, we haven't had a Republic Y-Wing Bomber in a long time. I think the last time was 2009. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, we've gotten some Rebel Alliance and Resistance Y-Wing Bombers, but not the Republic ones. I love this design. I love the classic yellow and white color scheme. Of course, it looks like you would get 4 minifigures, of course, being 2 clone pilots, 1 R2 unit, and then it looks like a droideka, which I think is an interesting choice for this set. Obviously, they would be phase 1, which I think is fine. The set itself looks amazing. I would love to see this, obviously. I definitely could see this going around that $60 or $70 mark, just depending on how many minifigures they decide to throw in here, and also how big the ship is. Honestly, I would love to see maybe an exclusive Jedi minifigure, some being Plo Koon, Ayla Secura, Luminara Unduli, and so many other Jedi minifigures, or maybe an exclusive clone trooper such as that phase 1 Wolfpack trooper who we haven't seen since the Republic frigate, which I think came out in 2010 or 2011. But what an amazing set. I really hope LEGO decides to make another Y-Wing bomber in the near future. And now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter. It looks like you would get 5 solid minifigures, of course being 2 B1 battle droids, phase 1 Captain Rex, young Ahsoka Tano, and then of course her droid. I do not remember the specific name of the droid. I would love to see maybe a B1 commander droid, or maybe a B2 super battle droid, or something like that, a droid that we haven't had in a long time. I love phase 1 Captain Rex. I love how he included the cloth cape and cloth pauldron. I think that was a really nice addition, and obviously you have the 1 hole instead of the 2 holes for the helmet, which is awesome to see. I really love this set. I definitely could see this going for a nice $30 or $40 set. Obviously, Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, which released in 2022, I think was a $30 set. So I definitely could see this maybe being that $30 to $40 range, which I think is very appropriate. It would be a great way to get some of those minifigures we've been wanting. Obviously, it is not a phase 2 Captain Rex, but I'm sure LEGO could just throw phase 2 Captain Rex in there instead of the phase 1. But what an amazing set. I hope LEGO makes this. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, you know what time it is. Meme set time, and today we have Buff Yoda, the collectible minifigure. I love this set. I think Star Wars Photoshop did an amazing job with Buff Yoda. Just look at him. He has the Hulk body with the Yoda regular size head, which is awesome. Just look how tiny his lightsaber is in his hands. Of course, he is wearing that red Speedo. Just look at him right there. He is major buff. He's been hitting that gym, which is awesome to see. I would love to see this minifigure maybe for the May 4th promo, or an exclusive poly bag. I would love to see this. Of course, he's rocking that 6-pack we can see at the bottom of the screen, and I love this minifigure. I hope LEGO were to do something like this, but I don't know if LEGO has enough humor to put this out here, but I would love it. I think it's an awesome minifigure. Now let's get back to our sets. Alright lads, the next set that we have is actually a Star Wars microfighter. Of course, this is the Republic Venator class microfighter, and I really like the set, honestly. I'm not the biggest fan of microfighters, just because, you know, they don't usually put an exclusive minifigure in there anymore, and the builds are decent, but I really love the Venator. I'm a big fan of Venators. I really think we need a UCS one and another playscale version, but that is a different video for another time. I love the inclusion of the phase 2 clone trooper. Obviously, the last white phase 2 clone trooper we had, I think, was in the turbo tank microfighter build, I think from 2014 or 2015, so it's definitely been a while. I would love to see this Venator build, though. It just looks amazing and a great way to get that phase 2 clone trooper. I definitely could see this going for around that $10 mark, just because that's where LEGO has been putting these microfighters. And I think it's awesome, though. A great army builder. You know, you could just buy a bunch of these to get those phase 2 clone troopers. So it'd be awesome to have. Who knows if LEGO will ever do this? I guess we'll just have to wait until the beginning of 2024 to see which microfighter we'll be getting next. Now let's move on to our next set. All right, lads, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Corporate Alliance tank droid. Obviously, the last Corporate Alliance tank droid we have, I think, was back in 2013 or 2014. So it's definitely been a while, and obviously in that set we got that Jango Fett minifigure, which was awesome to have, but not the point. I love this Corporate Alliance tank droid. It looks like you would get 4 solid minifigures, of course being 2 plain phase 2 clone troopers, which is awesome. 1 regular B1 battle droid, and then of course the commander B1 battle droid, which we haven't had in a while. I really like the variation he kind of threw in here. Obviously, we've been getting a lot of B1 battle droids, but I love the commander, which we haven't had in a while. I would have loved to see maybe some B2 battle droids, or a commando droid, or a magna droid, or so many other droids you could throw in here. I think throw 1 or 2 more clones in here, obviously, so just so it's worth your money, honestly. But the build itself looks really nice. I definitely could see this going for a quick $40 set, just because the number of figs, but also how big the Corporate Alliance tank droid is. I really like the mix between the gray and brown color scheme he was going for on the bottom, just to make it look dirty, and it has been through the war. I really love the design of the Corporate Alliance tank droid. Of course, you can see those eyes at the top of the droid, and of course you would have some missiles you could shoot out the side. I'm assuming those would be movable as well, which would be pretty cool. And overall, I think it's a pretty solid set, especially for that $40 price range. Now let's move on to our last set. All right, guys, the final set that we're going to be talking about today is a new Republic gunship. Obviously, we all want a new Playscale Republic gunship. We just got the UCS one, I think, in 2022 or 2021, so pretty recent, but the Playscale one we haven't had since 2013 or 2014. It looks like you would get a solid lineup of minifigures, I think being a total of 6. It looks like you would get 2 clone pilots, 2 regular phase 1 troopers, Yoda, and then I think our guy Jedi Bob. Yes, we haven't had Jedi Bob since the 2002 Republic gunship, so it'd be super cool to get another Jedi Bob. You know, another Yoda, it's like whatever at this point, but I'll take some more phase 1 clone troopers. Obviously, we get the pilots and then the regular ones. Maybe I would love to see maybe Padme Amidala, or, you know, young Obi-Wan with the flow, or maybe young Anakin, Padawan Anakin at that point. But it'd be super cool to get another Republic gunship. You could either make it off of Attack of the Clones, which Toxic Tiger did, or you could do the Clone Wars, or you could do Revenge of the Sith, or you could do the Bad Batch. You could do it for so many different shows, and I really think LEGO just needs to make another one for 2023 or 2024, or maybe even for 2025, but they definitely need to make another one soon. Congratulations, guys, you have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some more Clone Wars sets. Shout out to Toxic Tiger and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams in the description below. If you're new to the channel or you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It'd help out the channel, and honestly, you would make my day. Also, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Again, it'd really help out the channel. I thank you guys for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.